Just a flash there that reminded me to get Peter Windsor to go and investigate Italian policewomen as closely as possible. But in the meantime, he can talk to us about the far more interesting subject of gear changes. Peter.
Well, just reflecting on what Damon was just saying about the speed on the straights, I've been enjoying myself for the last day and a half on the pit wall here, just watching these cars blasting past at whatever they're doing, 220 miles an hour. Very, very impressive. But also, the interesting thing is to see where they're changing into top gear. And the most interesting thing of all is to see how it's changed from yesterday to today, particularly with Williams BMW. Now, yesterday, Montoya and Ralph were getting 7th gear, top gear, at about, if you can just swing round, level to that tower over there, which is by the Vodafone Bridge. Today, obviously, with a much higher revving engine, they're pulling 7th, perhaps 400 yards further down the pit straight, just revving it a lot more in 6th, and then the revs just building up in 7th as well. Also interesting to see the cars which are still running 6-speed gearboxes. As far as I can tell, it is Minardi, Toyota and Renault, and they come past, if we take Honda as say a middle C, they come past at about an A flat, whereas the Ferrari is sort of F sharp, and I would say the BMW is maybe an E. So a lot of differences in engine note. And also I have to say the Cosworth definitely sounds flat, so that'd be something like an E flat, I think, even though the gear change point is about level with that of Honda and Ferrari. So you can tell a lot on the pit straight. I'm not quite sure actually what it all means. Maybe they're running different gear ratios, but probably it means, I think, that the BMW engine has just got revs that go forever. Have to say also that the McLaren is changing quite late now as well, but that may be because they're less accelerative in the intermediate gear. Who knows? Of course, nobody's going to give that information away. But very interesting being on their on the pit wall, listening to the music of the engines.
Peter, Maestro, I think it's time to go and get arrested by those Italian policewomen. They're looking for a suspect, and you're it.
Well, she had 2 plaits. I don't know if you've just seen the same one. She had 2 head plaited. She had a baseball cap turned backwards, and she just looked great. You know, I'd be arrested by her anytime.
And we'd all like to know what she'd sound like pulling 7th down that straight. But it was, thank you very much for the musical appreciation there, and we'll get the doctor across as soon as possible, Peter. I knew he'd go one day. You know, it was only a matter of time.
They better send those cars out pretty quick, haven't they? I think Peter is desperately in need of something to take his mind off.
Some therapy.
Yeah. But thank you for that, Peter. I know you can still hear us, but I'm just wondering what sound they make when they all go off together. Probably a diminished 6th or some sort of augmented chord, I expect.
Oh, let's leave this where we left it.
I don't think we're going to get rid of this
more
one.
This status quo, I think.
This is what happens when you have nothing to talk about.
I wouldn't say that at all. Bring back the Italian policewomen. We've got plenty to talk about.
And I've got a letter here from a lady in Kent who sent me a nice cake.
Actually, Mrs. Miggins.
I haven't actually, no. So if you're listening in Kent, anyone,
feel free to send in nice cakes. We can do it in cricket. We can do it here.
Next time we've got 20 minutes to kill.
I tell you what, let's not waste the 20 minutes. Let's have a look at those Italian policewomen again. It's horribly sexist, probably not very PC, but why don't we get them like that?
Well, exactly. Actually, I have to say, there was a member of the Metropolitan Police last week who
it was
came
very
pretty
PC.
close.
Sorry, it's 2 PCs.
No,
and the next time I get nicked, I've had it, haven't I?
Driving a car like yours, definitely.
Anyway, so I would have thought, being an expert,
they should be out.
Double underline that, that they'd be out earlier than usual because they've got to warm up for longer.
Are we talking about the cars or the policewomen?
Back to the cars.
Right. No, they wouldn't, because they actually... No, because they're only going out 3 times. It takes a lot of organising just to send a car out of the pits. There's